Welcome to Bartell's Business. I'm your host, Andre Bartell, and boy, do we have a treat for you today. Makai Green of Green Law. Thank you for coming today.
Thank you for having me.
Listen, you have to tell our audience about you and read your bio. It is fantastic. How did you get started in business?
Thanks, Andre. First of all, I just want to have the pleasure of thanking you for this opportunity. Your family, you were like legendary status.
What?
On the business platform in Detroit. So it's really a true honor to be here. My decision in pursuing intellectual property and my entrepreneurship journey started at a young age. I come from a musically inclined family. My dad, he plays a keyboard, he has his own jazz band. My mom, she's a vocalist. My brothers, they play standing bass, percussions. I play some percussion.
Wow.
Yeah, some drum pads. I live in an apartment, so I have the whole set, but I have, the analog synthesizers and things of that nature. So, witnessing my father publish his own catalog and copyright his own music compositions, that was something I said I would want to do for my clients eventually, to serve them in that capacity to make sure they're protecting their intellectual property and that they're monetizing it properly. Also, I have youthful beginnings in radio. I was actually a part of the Don Bosco training program. They recruited me from Cass Tech at 15. Yeah, so I worked at 88.1 WHBR in Highland Park.
Oh, okay.
I went over to 90.9 WDTR. This was when Detroit Public Schools owned our own radio station.
Yes, I remember that.
Before the emergency manager came in,
Right,
just dismantled all the curriculum. So
Right.
that was a good avenue for me to continue in radio, and then I went on to 92.3 WJLP, and at that point I kind of saw it was more of a commercial, conglomerates were coming in and just mass syndicating the radio stations at that time. They were like buying each other up. So at that time I said this is a good time to go back to law school and pursue what I always wanted to do. And I went back 2008, that was right around the recession when everyone was getting buyouts from their jobs, and they were taking their buyouts and going into law school. So I went at a time when law school enrollment was like through the roof. It was a good time for me, and I now have my own practice.
Right.
Green Law Virtual. We're based here in Detroit.
Okay.
In the Midtown, well not Midtown, Phoenix area, Techtown area. And I've been practicing 11 years now.
So, in other words, you bit the entrepreneurship bug.
I did. Or I would say it bit me. Yeah. Actually, Gregory Reed is a mentor of mine, and I was with his boutique law firm as soon as I got graduated from law school. So I spent some time under him learning things. He was Aretha Franklin's attorney.
Right.
Rosa Parks, Tommy Hearns. So a lot of that insight is still with me in my practice today. And that bug bit me. And as soon as I finished over with him, I went ahead and started my own law firm.
That's fantastic. I see you learned from one of the best.
Yeah, absolutely.
In the industry. Everyone knows Gregory Reed, but I understand that you have so much going for you, and it's just exciting to see your resume because you do so much. And what people don't understand, one of the most important things about a business is that intellectual property, and a lot of people don't understand what that really is. Explain why is that so important in business?
It's very important, I would say, in business and in life. Anything you create with your mind, that's your intellectual property. Okay? You created it with your intellect, and you want to make sure you protect it. Just as you would buy a piece of land or real estate without securing the deed. You wouldn't purchase a vehicle without securing the certificate of title. So you don't want to make these inventions with your mind and not have them properly secured. So it's important to get a trademark. It's important to get a copyright patent so that you can, first of all, stamp your ownership. Okay, so you have paramount ownership interest in your creation. And then secondly, now you want to monetize it. Okay, so you want to properly monetize it so that it creates residual wealth and generational wealth that you can now pass on, down the line to those who are under you. So it's important not only to protect it for business aspects, but
Right.
just, in life general. I've evolved my practice to include estate planning now, kind of like a necessity.
Yeah, that's an important.
Yeah, it's been a necessity just to optimally serve my clients.
Okay,
Yeah.
we're gonna get into that, but I got another question.
Sure.
How long does it take from start to finish for someone that wants to get their either their product or ideal patent?
So it could be a lengthy process.
Okay.
It can be. I always tell them, first of all, as soon as you think of an idea, you can guarantee that there's 7 people on this earth
That's
that's
already
thinking of that same thing.
correct.
At least 7 people.
Mm.
So you want to hurry up and pursue it because in the United States, it's about who files first.
Oh,
Okay, so you want to file first.
Be quick on the
Yeah, so you can get your that priority in
Mhm.
that date. So once you file it, the date of submission, that's when your rights will begin.
It starts.
Right. So it may not register until a year out, but at least you have that filing date that registers back to your the date of priority.
So it can take anywhere from, I would say, 5, 6 months, maybe even a year, depending on how,
A trademark and patent is going to definitely take at least a year.
Oh, okay.
Now, yeah, they've been backlogged, and I haven't seen one come down in 6 months unless you have some type of you can file for them to expedite.